Blog Talk Radio.
It's Cannon Baby coming with the heat. Got Indie Fire playing in my speakers. Nikhil the host, girl in motion. All the way lit, airway smoking. You can call in, this phone lines open. Rockets hot like we cooking a roast. Indie Fire to go, don't ask who the competition is, cause they standing alone popping. When you listening here, you always get what you want. Interviews, artists, songwriters, authors, and entrepreneurs. Chopping it up with alpha icons who make an influence. Who keep it hotter, this is Indie Fire. Blazing on yourself, tune in and catch the heat. It don't even matter where you at. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. Yeah, holy moly, this day heat. Got Nakia in my speakers. Girl in motion, get on your feet. Indie Fire blazing, please. Keep it coming every week. We too strong, we defeat the weak. Cannon Baby, super speed. We keep it turning to the T. It's too high. A fireman can't put it out cause it's too high. Indie Fire. It's too high. A fireman can't put it out cause it's too high. Indie Fire, yeah. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone. Entertainment, news, daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone, yeah.
Inhale, exhale. Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing? Got the biggest smile on my face because I haven't heard that song in exactly 4.5 months. I had to come in here and dust off some equipment and kind of rearrange some stuff, and it really got the biggest smile on my face just to hear that song. Is just just wanted to stop by really quickly and just give some words of thanks really quick. First one, I'll kind of provide an update on some things. As you all know, we took a hiatus back at the end of February in preparations of a heart surgery that I was having at the end of March, and that we thought was going to be just, like a 6-week, 7-week hiatus, and it kind of led to something a little longer. And during that process, it gave me the opportunity just to become more aware of my surroundings, mentally, emotionally, physically aware of my surroundings. And during that time, I just decided that I needed to step back away from the show a little longer. During that healing, physically, we lost a member of the Indie Fire family. I lost Shaban Maverick, my assistant, at the beginning of January. The beginning of June, and the latter part of April, the beginning of June. And that just kind of dampened a lot of things around here. She was a huge, integral part of the family. She worked effortlessly behind the scenes. When I tell you, you guys saw a lot of Monica, but you didn't see a lot of Shaban. She did all of the email correspondence. She ran the social media for Instagram and for Twitter, Instagram 2 pages, and, sometimes even my personal page. And so she did, 3 of the email addresses for the show. And so if you've been sending emails and you've not gotten a response until today, I'm talking about sending emails back in March or April, and you're getting a response today, that's because I'm just now, opening up a lot of emails. There are a lot of email addresses that we have, and just not really feeling the need to go and respond to emails. And so we're getting your music But I'm just now feeling the need to respond to emails. And I came to a realization yesterday that, you know how sometimes you look at phone calls when they come through, or you look at text messages when they come through, and you think to yourself, like, I don't really want to talk to that person, so you don't answer the phone. Or, you know, you see the text message and, you know, the benefit to a text message, or, you know, how a text message is beneficial, you know, you can respond to a text message whenever you want to. But I kind of said to myself yesterday, I'm going to start giving people time when I want to give them time. Like, if I don't want to talk to you, you know, maybe it's next month when I decide that I want to respond to that phone call that you know, when you reached out through that call or through that text message. When it's beneficial to me, that's how I'm going to start responding to people. And I've learned that through this 4.5-month hiatus, because that's how I felt about the show. And this is why I wanted to get on today, because I ran across an email from someone who wanted to be a guest on the show. And they, you know, they sent in their payment back in March. And I felt really bad because, you know, this is something that Siobhan did. She held, you know, down all of that. And I had no idea that this payment had come through, and, you know, no one could correspond with this young man. And so I wanted to let him know that, you know, I don't know when I'm going to come back on the air. I don't know if I'm going to come back on the air. It has been during this downtime that I've really become aware of just who has really had our back in this industry. You know, we talk about it, or I talk about it, you know, how I've been so fueled by my passion for being able to provide a service to so many for the past 10 years through radio presentation. And because this is what I'm passionate about. And it's never really been about, you know, nothing more than me being able to provide the platform to allow, you know, so many brands to have an additional source to be able to elevate their brand to another level. You know what I'm saying? And IndieFire is not huge, you know, but to us, it's huge. I think we just celebrated 4 years. July 17th was 4 years for IndieFire. And we low-key celebrated it, you know. It wasn't huge, the huge scale that we normally make it, because, again, we've been on hiatus. But to us, it's huge. And you look back at all the guests that we've had on the show over the past 4 years, and just this past 4.5 months, it really showed me, you know, with being gone, I don't want to start naming names, but thank you to all of those individuals who have sent words of encouragement because you've known what's been going on. For those who have just questioned, like, you missed me, like, you know I post religiously and you know that I haven't been posting, thank you. You continue to check on me, even though I don't respond to you. You know that I'm fasting from people. You know, you continue to check on me. You show your concern. Thank you to those individuals who are constantly nagging. You know what I'm saying? You're showing your support for the show. You're showing your support for Nakia. You're showing your concern for my family. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for just being being yourself, showing yourself, being true to yourself, not showing that fake love and that fake support, which I have found just in these last 4.5 months. I found through the silence of so many. And it has been so disheartening, which is one reason why I continue to just take time off, because I want to be in the right headspace when we come back. I want my words to be clear when we come back. I do not want resentment and animosity when I come back on the air, which I kind of harbor right now. And so I wanted just to be able to take this opportunity to say that, to our winners of the third annual Indie Fire Radio Show, my foyer has a huge box with your trophies that are in it. I feel like I owe you an explanation, but then again, I don't. The trophies have been sitting here. They've just been here. I've just been kind of on my time with so many things. And the health is one of those. It's always been a top priority. And just getting where I need to be right now. But I felt like, I wanted to just come and just share this really quickly with you all. Trophies have been sitting here. My children have volunteered. Like, Mother, you want us to send these out, to your winners. You know what I'm saying? You want us to get these out? No, they're in good hands. They're right here. You know what I'm saying? Those that are really concerned, they've questioned me, and I've let them know they're right here. You know what I'm saying? I've sent a few people the picture. You know what I'm saying? Right here. You know what I'm saying? But initially we had some issues with the trophies. Seriously, I got somebody on the line. We had some issues with the trophies initially. We had to send them back because they did spell, even though I proofed everything initially, we did send them back because they spelled fire. It's not indie fire, it's fire, but we sent them back. But we had the trophies back the middle of March. But they've been sitting here just because of how I've been feeling throughout this whole period. I forgot that I was actually live, something that I never do. But I just felt so spontaneous this evening that I just wanted to get up here really quickly and just, again, give a quick update on everything that has gone on these past 4.5 months. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to be nice tonight. Let's see. Who do we have on the line with me?
Hey there, this is Hotep calling. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. I just saw your title, and I saw hip-hop, and I started in the early 1980s, way back. So I missed, correction. I didn't hear the previous points you were making, but I just thought I'd call since I saw hip-hop, and wanted to quickly say I think that hip-hop has been hijacked as a tool against Black and Afro-Latinos. It does seem as though the public enemies fight the powers that be manipulated things so that the new mumble rap would be as deadly for the Black community and Pan-Africans as the KKK, because not only does the mumble rap, not the style now, the style of articulating and pronouncing, that's okay, but the lyrics themselves, the themes are basically slap a bee, kill an ant, take the molly, do everything that you can to hurt your people and your family, risk going to jail, and then this music, of course, helps to exacerbate the KKK and other racist groups who turn to examples from Black mumble rappers and say, see, these Black folks aren't any good. And then our young people hear this stuff, emulate some of the lifestyle, and even if they don't, they're playing it, spending money for it. So, yeah, hip-hop has a major problem, and I don't see us coming together sufficiently to unify. We have different cliques, some groups that are more geeky and college-educated look down on the street people. The street people look down on the college-educated. Then there's the skin tone, who's darker skin, who's lighter skin, who's got a Caribbean accent, a British accent, an American accent. So we're back on the plantation as the master takes advantage of everybody. But if we could save hip hop, that would be fantastic because it's the number one genre of music in the world, and a very powerful tool either for suppression, oppression, and repression, or for upliftment, reparations, unity, and justice.
Now, see, maybe I should have kept you muted. I say that simply because we're a show that we play more hip-hop music, which is why I have the tag hip-hop. And I actually came on just to give an update. We've been on hiatus for the past 4.5 months. I'm the host of the show, but I had surgery back in March. And so I wanted to just give an update, which is what I was doing tonight. And I wasn't really sure if, we were going to come back, in August, or if I was going to wait until September. But now you're motivating me to want to come back on Monday night and actually bring the show back. You know what I'm saying? Now my juices are flowing. I want to talk about, what I've been missing so much for the past 4.5 months, because I've been still keeping up with everything that's been going on, in the news. And I see just so much, especially with the world starting, well, not opening back up, but with the festivals and the shows starting to open back up, and how the center stage of hip-hop and what these artists are doing on the stages now. I want to talk about that. I don't know. I might come back on the air on Monday. We normally broadcast Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 6:30. So, I don't know. You got my head spinning now.
Well, I hope I didn't leave it spinning, too negatively. Not negative, but,
No, not in
a
a negative way.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah. In fact, it ties to this COVID, too, because the COVID is actually a clinical trial.
Exactly.
And clinical trials mean it's an experiment to test to see the outcome. The hypothesis is, okay, we have a vaccine that's patented, and these are the types of topics that hip-hoppers should often be communicating, because black and brown and Moorish people are the ones that were the ones experimented on historically. We have a right to be suspicious of an entity or big pharma that is known for using us as the cannon fodder and the guinea pig. So white people,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, if white people want to go and do the experiment, cool, go on. But, most of us should reserve reservations to observe, say, okay, y'all go. We'll see what happens. But propaganda is being used to force people. Oh, you didn't get your shot? Oh, you're a bad person. Well, it's an experiment. I reserve my right to observe, wear my mask, and still take care of my health, but see how many people die first from the shot,
Right. I love it. All right. So, yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know. I might be back on Monday.
Yeah, I know it's tough to do shows because I've done them. And what happens is you invest your time and, other resources in, but there often isn't the type of support from the community that you're trying to reach. So you end up footing the bill, you end up putting family on hold, doing shows. I know you're probably going through the same thing, and the message you're trying to get out is one to empower millions of people, but maybe only 2 people will show the type of support necessary to kind of carry the weight of the 10 million. And I think that's the price that leaders of marginalized groups take, try and help their people who often don't help out during.
You might have got some of that I was saying before. The show's been on for the past 4 years, and we were all about providing a platform for the independent communities, from music artists to authors, entrepreneurs of all sorts, models, actors. You name it, on this show. And I just thought, during this what was supposed to be like a 6-week hiatus, went a little longer, just getting my physical health right, and then my mental health right, and just the lack of support. I don't know. It just really hit me full force because we do so much for so many, and it just wasn't reciprocated. And I'm big on reciprocity, just really big. And, you know, I don't know. It was just very disheartening for me. And so now I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller, but you probably did a lot to help a lot of indie artists. And the time that you just needed them to show some love, not even do anything major, they probably disappeared into the night.
Yes, you feel me?
Yeah.
Exactly. You feel me? That's where I'm at right now. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is.
This was a baby, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
This was a baby.
In a caste system like ours, where the darker Homo sapien humans are at the bottom, most of them have bought into the same establishment that oppresses, suppresses, and represses them, but they talk a good game as though they're for liberation, when in actuality they're for selling products or marketing products and talking to the choir. But if they were really down, when one of the comrades was having a tough month or few months, they would show love. And when you don't see that love, the decision is, do you continue to give? And my thinking is there has to be the balance. Still need to make the change because it impacts us, even if we don't say anything. What happens in the world affects us, but we still have to realize who the true allies are. I find a lot of the allies are outside of our ethnic group. It's very odd, but I talk very black conscious, and probably just a guesstimate, about 70% of the real allies are not black. And it's very perplexing because I say, wow, I'm communicating for black people, but I'm getting more support from the other community, which is very odd and almost a contradiction, but that's what I find. So if that helps you, you'll find a lot of Latino, even though they are people, but Afro-Latinos and some whites have a much more serious approach to our own liberation than some of our own people who are doing a lyric and then going to the regular job is going to solve the problem. It's perplexing.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to think about it, going to weigh my options out, for the rest of the night and tomorrow, and then we may be back tomorrow.
Well, how many shows were you doing a week?
3 1-hour shows a week. So we may just scale it down a little bit, make them 30-minute shows, initially, and just play it by ear and see how that goes.
Well, what I did was I went from multiple shows a week to specials, meaning that I saw that there wasn't sufficient support. So I just do specials now. If there's a topic that comes up during a month or two, I do research and analyze and send out invites because weekly shows really require a lot of time to do a professional show. And unless people are cutting checks or at least getting their friends to call, the message doesn't reach as many people as necessary to reach critical mass. And imagine me talking to 2 people, but the KKK or some black person at the Coon talking to 10 million. How long would it take me to reach that critical mass unless my 2 people have $1 billion? And the billionaires aren't the ones really that care. They use the black experience, tell us don't support the NFL, and then they go and do the deal. So tell us about, these TV companies that don't hire blacks, and then they go and do a deal with the same people. So it's
right.
My thinking is, we have, it's a tough battle, but hopefully we can overcome all of the obstacles,
Well, I would love to have you tune in. Like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't promise this week, but, definitely by September, I hope to be back on the air if all things work out.
Okay, cool. And keep my number that you see in the control room. And
I got it. I got it right now, yes. You can follow us on all social media, Indie Fire, across everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. As you all know, like I mentioned before, Shaban, my assistant, passed away back in June. And so we've just kind of been just trying to get our foot back in the water as far as social media is concerned. I've just been peeking, not really doing a lot, literally peeking. Guys, I post religiously on social media, but I've been peeking. I'm not doing a lot. And so as we start to build, I'm got to hire a new assistant. I don't want to go through that process again, but I have to hire a new assistant. So as we go through that, you'll start to see more and more on social media. You'll start to see me back on Facebook again, and, we'll just kind of go from there. All right?
Sorry to hear about your assistant. That's terrible.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. But, yeah, guys, I'm on social media as well, Girl in Motion, across everything. And, guys, do not do anything with me on TikTok. I'm up there, but I'm just up there because, I had to hold the name down, But, yeah, I don't mess with TikTok. I'm too old for TikTok. I'm not a TikToker, all right? But everything else was still Indie Fire and Girl in Motion on all social media. And I might pop up on Tuesday because I have crazy music. Like I said, we have not touched any emails since March, all right? So I have crazy, crazy music. I've been listening to music all day long. I'm excited for these artists and what they have in store for you guys, like coming up in this, the end of this quarter and the last quarter. Oh, my gosh, this music is ridiculous. Shout out to Richie Evans. Yes, your manager sent me some new music, so and I've been watching you on Instagram, so big up to you, Richie. But, yes, crazy music. So maybe New Music Monday on next Monday. Yes, New Music Mondays, 8 p.m. That will not change at all. So got a lot of music from South Africa as well. Shout out to you, Nicole Weiser, Cape Town Sound. Thank you so much for just continuously, submitting music for those artists as well. They're loyal. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean, Mr. Coco Vita Coquito. I cannot forget you. You check on me religiously. You show love to the show. Brendan James out of VA. Shout out to you as well. Chanel May. Yes, showing you love. Who else? Susie Newton. Yes, shout out to you as well. So those individuals you've just been supporting and standing by, I want to say thank you for your prayers as well. You know what I'm saying? Because showing love and support and sending messages and text messages and, emails or whatever, that's great. But the power of prayer is so monumental. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for the prayers that have gone up, for Shaban's family, for my family, for the show. Thank you so much, guys. Again, we hope to just drop by maybe Tuesday or Thursday just to hit you up with some of this new music. Thank you so much for calling in, Mr. Kenyatta. It's been great talking to you. And again, I hope to be able to speak to you again. You piqued my curiosity on a lot of these topics, and so I'm sure we can, go back and forth on some things that, we talked about this evening.
Yeah, and thanks for your time. Maybe we can also discuss the atheist side because my entire crew is atheist agnostic, and the religions that we have in America tend to have come from the oppressor side. So that's intriguing that you said that, and I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
You are so very welcome. You guys, until the very next time, I love you all. Have a good night.
It's Cannon, baby, coming with the heat. Got Indie Fire playing in my speakers. Nikhil, the host, Girl in Motion. All the way lit, airway smoking. You can call in, this phone lines open. Rockets are hot like we cooking the roast. Indie Fire to go. Don't ask who the competition is, cause they standing alone popping. When you listening here, you always get what you want. Interviews, artists, songwriters, authors, and entrepreneurs. Chopping it up with powerful icons who make an influence. Who keep it hotter, this is Indie Fire. Blazing on yourself, tune in and catch the heat. It don't even matter where you at. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. Yeah. Holy moly, this day got Nakia in my speakers. Girl in motion, get on your feet. Indie fire blazing, please keep it coming every week. We too strong, we defeat the weak. Cannon baby, super speed. We keep it turning to the T. It's too high. A fireman can't put it out 'cause it's too high. Indie fire, it's too high. A fireman can't put it out 'cause it's too high.